Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about gel manicures. Even though it is Valentine's Day today, if you're watching this today that it's coming out, this is a bonus episode this week, so this is not something we're going to normally be doing. It's not a part of our regularly scheduled programming, but it is something that I just wanted to do because I thought it was fun. So let's get into it. If it's not sawing, it's mowing. I don't know. Did I just hear my neighbor get murdered? Maybe I didn't get that. So about 6 months ago, I decided to go natural on my nails. Well, natural-ish. The year prior to that, pretty consistently, probably every single day for that year, and it really messed up my nails. Not in the way that like acrylics used to mess up my nails, but in the way that like no matter what you do to your nails, it's gonna, mess up your nails. I was doing it very healthily. I was letting them kind of grow out. I was doing fills on them with builder gel, and just filing down the overlay so that it would, be more flush to my natural nail. And that really worked out for a long time. I wasn't like redoing the overlay every week. That would be a little crazy. Now people are mowing and sawing. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't want to be real. I don't want to reach the youths, the Gen Zers. The point is to do it over and over and over until it's right. I need to have water up here. We need to be making better decisions for our life. We need to work smarter, not harder. And all that I'm doing is making my life harder and then complaining about it. Is that my personality trait? Is that a personality trait? I've never felt more like a millennial. And not in a bad way, in that like millennials are what's wrong with the universe, because believe me, we're not. We are just a product of our raising. We are simply trying to survive in the world that was created for us, not in favor of us, but meaning we had no choice in it, in the for us sense. So we're doing the best, and we're doing the best so we can. But it's the awareness, it's bringing it back, understanding. That's we're a work in progress, right? So let's go. Let's work in progress together. Yeah. I guess we're gonna try this again in a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. We're going to talk in depth about the nail prep, prepping the nail for a gel manicure or any type of manicure really, cuticle work, all of that. After we've prepped the nail, we're going to apply the polish. In this video, we're going to discuss some things that you might be doing at home that are causing your polish not to last as long. And we're going to talk about designs. Some basic designs. I'm thinking some hearts, maybe some marbling, things like that. It is Valentine's Day, so that's the inspiration, that's the vibe. I've already picked out some colors that I think are going to go with the visions that I have. I'm thinking something kind of like this, and maybe like this, and maybe a little bit like that. So we'll see what we come up with. I really like to design organically as it's happening. I like to pick from a lot of different inspirations and then really make it my own. So we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go through very lightly and gently, and I'm making sure that I am not filing my actual nail, the nail plate. I want to make sure that I'm being very deliberate with where I'm filing. I don't want to go too crazy. Everything is about as buffed off as it is going to be. So I am going to then go through with the gel polish remover, and I'm going to apply a thin layer, let it sit for 30 seconds, and then apply a little bit of a thicker layer and let that sit for a good 5 minutes. Pretty typical how it goes. I always have the easiest time getting my pinky nail polish to come off. These increase in difficulty. So I don't know if that's like science, if it's causation, correlation, who knows, but that's definitely my experience. About the angle in which you are scraping, you want to be almost like parallel to the nail. When you're at like a 45, you can scrape too hard into it. So that was our first scraping, first removal. So now we're gonna go through, buff this side, apply a little bit more product, and just take it layer by layer. Yay! Cool. So now we're gonna move on to this hand that's almost free. And with the removal, I'm gonna go ahead and go wash my hands just to make sure that any of that chemical from the polish remover is off. Now I have completely finished my cuticle work. I have filed the free edge. I am going to go through and dehydrate the nail plate now. So I'm going to put up these tools. I am done using them and I don't need them anymore. So they're going to go and they're going to get sterilized. My products that I am going to use to dehydrate my nail plate are going to be rubbing alcohol, 70%. And then I am going to use my pure acetone. I like to use paper towels. They do not leave a lint like cotton. Definitely will. When you get lint trapped in between the layers of your gel polish, it definitely will cause premature lift. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to apply some alcohol onto a generous amount of alcohol onto this paper towel, and I'm going to go through and just rub that nail plate. I am scrubbing. I want to make sure that all of that polish, any kind of cuticle or nail shavings from the filing, going under the free edge. I'm really making sure that I am not just doing like a one little swipe. So I am also not going to be using acetone any longer. No more acetone in this service. Acetone from this point forward will start to eat away at your layers of gel polish. So when we are trying to clean up and we're trying to, you know, finish our designs and make it look a little bit more neat, we are always going to use the 70% isopropyl alcohol just to clean up around the cuticle. If you flooded the sidewalls, any kind of like design mistakes or anything like that, we are going to be using the alcohol. But I am using the gelish, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I have already shaken it and let it sit for a little bit earlier, and I am going to get one side of the brush. Ooh, it's kind of hard to see. One side of the brush I'm gonna wipe off, and then I am going to have a bead of the polish on the other side. I am starting at the base of the nail and I'm bringing it around the sides, making sure that the largest concentration of the product is being pushed towards the center and not the side walls. And then I really want to make sure that I'm encapsulating that free edge. The process should never be painful. So if your polish is heating up to a point that it is uncomfortable, I would maybe recommend looking at a different brand. I have a dotting tool. This is going to help me make hearts. and any kind of like swirls or things that I want to do with that. And then I have a liner brush. It is a very small liner brush. I have plucked it and tweezed it to the point that it is very thin on purpose. I want to make sure that I have a brush that can get just very fine details. So what I am going to do is I am going to probably do a couple of different designs. I think I'm gonna do some hearts on this one. I want to do an ombre glitter on this one. And I think I'm gonna do like a marble on the middle finger. But on these two, I think I'm just gonna do like maybe one simple heart. So that is my plan. I am going to use a red gel polish for the hearts. I like to put it on a plastic or epoxy surface and just do a little dot so that I can use my dotting tool. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the heart on the thumb first because I can flash cure it so that I know the design isn't going to get messed up and also the polish isn't going to settle with gravity. So I can start with the thumb when I'm doing this, just not when I am trying to do the base coat. So I'm starting off putting a little dot and then another little dot next to that little dot. And I'm going to take more polish and I'm going to drag between the two, connecting them, creating that little heart. Well, I really hope that these things helped in your at-home manicure when you're learning how to do it on other clients and customers or your friends, your family. Remember that you're still learning, that this is a process. I've been in this industry for 10 years and I'm still learning and growing every single day. Every time I do something, I'll notice something that I'm like, oh, I could do that differently, or I could have a different approach. And you should not feel any shame in that. This is a part of becoming a master at your craft. If you're not having these reflective moments, if you're not thinking about what you could do better, then is this your true passion? Is this something that you really want to be doing? I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, that you tell the people you love the most that you love them, not just today, but every day. See you next time.